All right, boys and girls, back again. So we had gotten word that Naperville was going to be dropping an ordinance about semi-autos. So we've been waiting with bated breath for them to release the agenda for the upcoming 19th of July City Council meeting, and it dropped this afternoon. So that's what today's Todd's 2A talk is going to be about. We're going to go through this uh, ordinance and take a peek at it. So, you know, if you like what we got to say, hit the like and subscribe button. Share this on social media with your friends. But let's take a peek at this thing. So, it's an ordinance proposing the regulation on the commercial sale of assault weapons and large capacity magazines. So here they've got these recitals and these first 10, see, the first 12 to 13 are all about different shootings that have happened around the country, going back to as far as 2012. It's just the same old regurgitation of whatever that people were killed and it's evil semi-autos that were doing it, so on and so forth. So, cute thing is they get in here and they mention that the preemption language that we passed in the carry law prohibits, see, let's scroll it up here. It prohibits municipalities from acting on a semi-auto ban if they didn't do it within 10 calendar days. And they acknowledge here in part 23, or 21, I'm sorry, that they did not. Here, part 23, that the city did not pass an assault weapons ordinance during that time. So what they have here is they go to, under their paragraph 26, they talk about how the Floyd Act preemption is relative to the regulation of possession or ownership of assault weapons in a manner that's inconsistent with the Act. And that the Floyd Act does not preempt home rule municipalities from regulating commercial sale of assault weapons and large capacity magazines within their jurisdiction. Therefore, the city retains its broad home rule authority to legislate with respect to commercial sales. So what they're doing here is they're going to ban the sale of a broad description of semi-auto firearms, rifles, shotguns, handguns. So, as always, definitions are the heart and soul of legislation. So we get into this here, and it's a semi-automatic rifle that has a magazine that is not fixed, aka detachable magazine, and it has any one of the following: a pistol grip, a forward grip, a folding, telescoping, or detachable stock, or is otherwise foldable or adjustable in a manner that operates to reduce the length, a grenade launcher, a barrel shroud, a threaded barrel. Okay. A semi-automatic rifle with a fixed magazine in excess of 10 rounds. They do exempt 22 caliber rimfire ammunition guns. So if you've got something in 17, no, can't do that. Semi-automatic pistol that has a magazine that is not fixed, and any of the following: a threaded barrel, a second pistol grip, a barrel shroud, the capacity to accept the detachable magazine in some location outside the pistol grip, a semi-automatic version of an automatic firearm, a manufactured weight of 50 ounces or more when unloaded, a stabilizing brace or similar component. That's new. So they're trying to go after the, AR pistols and stuff like that. So funny thing about this is a semi-automatic version of an automatic firearm. Well, there is the Glock 18, which is full auto, and the Glock 17 is a descendant of that. So it looks like they're going to ban Glock 17s. The threaded barrel is going to catch a bunch of modern semi-auto pistols that have that to accommodate suppressors, which are legal in 43 other states. So that's going to be interesting. Shotguns. A semi-automatic shotgun that has the capacity to utilize magazine that is not a fixed magazine. So any of your detachable mag, AK style, whatever. Yep. And, folding stock pistol grip or bird's head grip. That's interesting. A fixed magazine with the capacity to accept more than 5 rounds. So all your self-defense shotguns, yep, nope. The ability to accept a detachable magazine, forward grip, grenade launcher. I don't recall the last time I saw a grenade launcher on a shotgun. Shotgun with a revolving cylinder. And then they start scrolling through here and they start listing all kinds of guns. So that goes on from page 6, page 7, page 8. So in the pistols, they're getting into all the AR style pistols and a bunch of those. They get into page 9, all belt-fed semi-automatics. So they're going after that little thing. Here's a good one. Any combination of parts from which a firearm described in subparagraphs 1 through 10 can be assembled. Oh, it's a little vague. Is that you got to have the complete set of parts, or is it just, anyone? So how do you get a replacement trigger for an AR? How do you get replacement handguard, or how do you change the handguard out? That's going to be the frame or receiver of a rifle or shotgun described in subparagraph 1 through 10. So let's look here. Pistol grip. A grip, a thumbhole stock or Thorson style grip or stock, or any other characteristics that can function as a grip. Thumbhole stock. So Remington 1100 or 1187s, they made a turkey model. I own one. It's got a thumbhole stock on it. So those hunting shotguns would be illegal under this ordinance. That's going to be interesting. So they're going after a very, very broad group of firearms. They're going after, handguns, rifles, shotguns. And then here's the commercial sale of assault weapons, large capacity magazines within the city is unlawful and is hereby prohibited. Fines are $1,000 first offense, $2,500 second offense. And there's a couple of gun shops in Naperville, so if they happen to violate this, then they could lose their state certificate as well. Then they can't do any retail sales. So that's what they got here. Unfortunately for them, they're going to run afoul of the Bruin decision. But if we switch over here, back in 2014, there was a case of the Illinois Association of Firearm Retailers versus City of Chicago. I was involved in that case, and with that, they Chicago was proposing a complete ban on the transfer or sale of any firearm in the city limits. And the judge there wrote an interesting section and found in our favor, said the city couldn't do that. So what he said was, but on the other side of this case is another feature of government. Certain fundamental rights are protected by the Constitution, put outside government's reach, including the right to keep and bear arms for self-defense under the Second Amendment. This right must also include the right to acquire a firearm. Although that acquisition right is far from absolute, there are many long-standing restrictions on who may acquire firearms, for example, and there are many restrictions on the sale of firearms, license requirements for commercial sales. But Chicago's ordinance goes too far in outright banning legal buyers and legal dealers from engaging in lawful acquisitions and lawful sales of firearms. That's a current federal case. That case law is still good. Bruin didn't throw out that case law. It was decided in our favor. And so I'm going to do some more on this because as I reread this case today, it's got some real interesting applications. And the judge actually did an analysis that was pretty good. So, July 19th, there's a city council meeting in the evening, I believe. And they're going to have the first reading on this. We'll see where it's going to go. If you're a Naperville resident, I would encourage you to show up there and have your voice heard about this. It's kind of funny. They know they can't restrict them or ban them from individuals, so their hands are kind of tied there. But I would remind the City of Naperville that the City of Chicago has paid our attorneys over $2 million in attorney's fees. And I just want to know how much of their budget they want. When the NRA litigated stuff, there was a second case in McDonald, and McDonald gets all the headlines, but NRA had a case up. That's how Paul Clement was able to argue for divided time. It really got in Gurr's knickers about that. But NRA, Paul Clement went up there. Paul Clement is the guy that argued in front of the court the New York case. He's got good success on gun cases that are argued in front of the court. And at the time, he was billing out at $800 an hour. And when NRA fought for their fees in our side of the McDonald case, I was working for him at the time, they got every billable hour that Paul Clement put forward. So, you city councilmen in Naperville, I give you that as a warning. You better figure out how deep your pockets are going to run, because I think Oak Park's end in McDonald to the NRA was $625,000 or something. So I keep telling you guys, you do this, you're going to be sending our lawyers' grandchildren to Harvard on taxpayer money. So, you like what we got? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this around social media. So that's this update on this. We'll have some more as we go through some other stuff. But, this is Todd's 2A Talk, and for all you guys, frag out.